Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Sagittarius. You can have Sagittarius anywhere in your chart. You can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you're here watching this reading, that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. No. Okay, so Sagittarius, I really wasn't getting any messages. Sorry, my cat's trying to jump up here and I'm just trying to stop it. She might do it eventually, but anyway, so I wasn't really getting a lot of messages when I was shuffling. Yeah, I don't know. I was called to pull out a new deck that I've never used before, like not even in my own readings. Like I haven't used it once since I got it. I didn't get it that long ago. But I was called to pull it out, so we'll see. I'm not using it. I'm going to use it as the clarifier. So the deck I'm starting with first is the Everyday Witch Tarot. And then the deck that I'm talking about that I haven't used before is the Ostara Tarot. And then we're going to clarify with the Herb Crafters Tarot. Or not clarify, advice. So main message, clarification with the Ostara Tarot, and then advice with the Herb Crafters. Okay, so... you got the Fool on the bottom. Did I shuffle them yet? Yeah, I think I did. Okay, so let's see. What's the message for Sagittarius, please? Message for Sagittarius. What is the message for Sagittarius, please? The Seven of Pentacles with Judgment on the bottom. Seven of Pentacles talks about like assessing your situation and seeing like, okay, this has worked, this hasn't worked. I think you're making some final decisions here with the Seven of Pentacles, because the Eight of Pentacles is like working really hard. So like, it's almost like you're seeing what has worked and what hasn't worked, and you're making a final judgment call with this Judgment card on the bottom. You're making a final judgment call on something. We'll keep going here. What else for Sagittarius, please? What else for Sagittarius? Sagittarius Collective, please. Sagittarius. Seven. So you have two sevens out here, and then the Seven of Swords on the bottom too. So you have Seven of Pentacles and then the Chariot with the Seven of Swords. So I really think that maybe recently you got some clarification on something that feels like it's almost like the message I'm getting is that there was someone or like a company, something like that, that you trusted and you believed in, and it's almost like a light got shown on something that was it was the Seven of Swords talks about like thievery, being robbed. So it's almost like there was a situation where you trusted it, and then all of a sudden something came to light with the Seven of Pentacles and the Judgment that was on the bottom for that. It's like something came to light that made you realize that you needed to go in a different direction. With this Chariot card, it says this way or that way, and she looks confused, she looks surprised even, and so it's almost like you had to make a direct, like a 90-degree turn in life. That's what it feels like here. Like you were going along your way, something, light was shown on something, a person or a company I'm hearing, and you just had to make a 90-degree turn. You like sharp right, you know? You had to change directions really quickly. Okay. I am feeling really like contemplative, so like you could have been or are currently in a really like almost, I'm getting hunkered down is what is coming through. It's like you're hunkered down, you're kind of secluded a little bit, you've taken yourself out of situations, because in these cards all the people are, it's just like individuals, right? Like you could not be surrounded by a lot of people right now. Maybe you're just like processing like whatever it is that came to light. I feel like you're processing it. That is because that's the Seven of Pentacles, right? Like really assessing your situation and seeing what worked and what didn't work, and even like how things turned up this way. Like say someone betrayed you, right? Like something came to light through a betrayal. And you know what they're saying too? Like it doesn't even have to be a negative thing. It can be like something good came to light as well, right? Like it could have been something positive. So that's good. That's good. But no, even if it was like a negative or positive, it still caused that sharp turn, right? Where your life just goes in a completely different trajectory than you thought it would. And but yeah, it's like you, hang on a second. Okay. Well, with that Seven of Swords, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's like something you didn't see coming at all. Because the Seven of Swords, it's like sneaky, you know? Maybe somebody planned a surprise for you. Something like that. But I'm getting that it's like 50-50, like negative and positive. So we're going to try to look at it from both angles here. Okay. Well, hang on. No, they want me to keep going with the Everyday Witch. What else for Sagittarius, please? What else for Sagittarius? Oh, Ten of Pentacles. So it's like whatever the right turn, whatever the sharp right that you're making is, look, you have the Two of Swords. And it's like she has a bullseye and she's going to shoot again. Even though she already has a bullseye, she doesn't know it because she's blindfolded, okay? So it's almost like the blindfold was removed and you realize where the bullseye was and that you didn't need to throw again, and that you just needed to go towards it, right? Because then you have the Ten of Pentacles. It's like you, and the Ten of Pentacles, for those of you who don't know, is like any kind of abundance you could ever ask for, right? Like emotional abundance, like financial abundance, physical abundance. It's just like the the end all be all. And it's like by whatever it is that came to light, you're getting that happily ever after. I hate to say that because it's like, so like that's not life, right? Like life isn't perfect all the time, but it's like a person or a situation where it's like it just feels right. Even like the bad parts feel right. Like going through the hard times still, like if it's a job, any kind of issue within that company, like it feels worth it because it's something that you're passionate about. Or if it's a relationship, it's like any of the, you know, like differences that you may have are worth it because it's just like right, okay? So yeah, you don't want to stay in the assessing. I wish I could show you the way it looks like lined up here, but you don't want to stay in the Seven of Pentacles energy too long. I mean, you can stay there as long as you need to, but it's almost like this card is in the middle and it says this way or that way, and it's pointing to the Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like you can either stay in this stuck processing energy now, or you can move towards this. Like you have to kind of, you can only assess so much, right? Like you can't keep assessing a situation over and over and over because it's just repeating that same situation. So it's like you need to make the blunt decision to take that turn, that right turn that I'm talking about. And in that right turn, whatever the decision is, it's leading you towards that 10 of Pentacles. Okay, we're going to get some clarifiers with the Ostara Tarot. Let's clarify the 7 of Pentacles, please. Can I have 1 or 2 cards to clarify the 7 of Pentacles for Sagittarius? Okay, we have the Page of, I don't know. It doesn't say. And it doesn't like have any like of the normal symbols on there. Hang on a second. I just want to see what it's the page of. I want to say wands, but I don't know. It's not the page of swords. It's the page of cups. Emotion, embracing life, fresh outlook, creativity. Okay, so the page of cups. I don't see a cup anywhere on that card. But it's like she has a lot of, I want to say like wild dogs, but I don't know. And then she's making like a puppet show with this one lantern. That one lantern is giving me hermit vibes. But she's not alone. The hermit's often alone. I mean, sometimes he does have a dog. But anyway, the 7 of Pentacles with the Page of Cups. And the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. So it's like a slow moving energy, right? That the Pentacles energy, the Knight especially is like, he's very slow and methodical, right? But he's always moving in the right direction. So with the 7 of Pentacles, whatever it is that you're assessing, it has to do with something like something emotional. Now, whether that is like a relationship or I'm hearing something from your youth, like a childhood, like needing to like nurture inner child, or even I'm getting like the whole like job thing where it could be something that you have felt really emotionally tied to, like whatever your career was, like whatever the light is being shown on, it's like something that you are emotionally tied to, but not 100%, because it is the page is the beginning. Like, so maybe you're in the early stages of, I don't know. So the message that's kind of coming through is like you were probably really, really passionate about this thing, and you were like jumped in head first, and then all of a sudden like something comes to light, and you kind of feel maybe a little like the word shame or guilt even is coming out. Like it's like you have to eat crow or whatever. If this is, whatever this is like you were really pumped about it, and then all of a sudden like you're just kind of like ugh, and you have to pump the brakes a little bit. Like you're realizing something is coming to light that makes you have to pause and decide if you want to continue on that path or go another way. Yeah, because the Knight of Pentacles, like he's going up a snowy mountain with this bear, right? He's not even riding the bear, he's walking himself. And it's almost like you were like dead set on whatever this was. You were really like committed to it, right? Because he's walking up a mountain in the snow. So that's like really like committed. But it's like, maybe you feel like, okay, I'm walking up a mountain with snow with a bear by my side, and I'm not riding the bear. Like, does this actually seem right? Something feels off about the situation. You know what I mean? I don't know. But anyway, let's clarify the Chariot. Let's clarify the Chariot, please, for Sagittarius. clarify the Chariot. Clarify the Chariot. Sorry I look off to the side a lot. It's just like that's how I channel and like get messages. Like I look elsewhere. I don't know. Anyway, let's clarify the Chariot. You have the Seven of Pentacles again. But here, it's almost like these raccoons, what's on the bottom? The Eight of Cups. Yeah, so the Eight of Cups literally means like walking away from something, like leaving something behind. And paired with the Chariot, it's like you're definitely being called to get the hell out of there. Whatever it is, if it's a relationship, a job, whatever, it's like get the hell out of there. You're not supposed to be there. And with the Seven of Pentacles, it's almost like you do go into that like that secluded energy that I was talking about earlier. And because this Seven of Pentacles kind of gives me Four of Pentacles vibes, where it's like holding on tightly to what you do have. But then again, it's like the Four of Pentacles, but then she's got all of her little kids there with her. And it's almost like the Ten of Pentacles. It's like by kind of preserving what is yours instead of giving it to whatever this energy is that you're kind of like starting to question, by holding it to yourself and reserving it for yourself, it leads you to that Ten of Pentacles, because this is like a mix between Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles to me. And it's almost like with that Chariot card, like that's where you're supposed to go. You're supposed to preserve what you have and move on. Yes, preserve what you have. Like say maybe you've lost money in like a financial endeavor or something. It's like, okay, you may have lost some, but just pull out what you have left and move on. Like, don't tie into that anymore. If it's a relationship, maybe you feel like you've put a lot of time and energy into something. It's like, you know, pull out, reserve what you have left. Like, you don't have to pour any more time or energy into that situation. You can move forward, move on. So let's clarify this Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles for Sagittarius. Let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles for Sagittarius. The Ten of Pentacles. Oh, nice. The Emperor with the Knight of Swords on the bottom. Do you see that? He has like a bear hat, but it's almost like he sees with the bear's eyes because his eyes are covered. And he's like full on in battle on that snowy mountain. I am seeing his green cape here, so it could have something to do with your heart chakra. And there's green here in the Emperor. Yeah, it's almost like pulling yourself out of this. Speaking of yourself, because that's what the Knight of Swords is. It's like, it's clarity, speaking clearly. Yeah. So, with all the green, it's like the heart chakra. It's like you're preserving your heart. You're moving towards something that is far more suited to what is in your heart. And I wish I knew what all this symbology meant that's tattooed all over this Emperor. I see a snake. I see a crescent moon. Well, kind of a crescent moon. Some sacred geometry. And a backward Z. That's interesting. And a Lear. No, Luna. So with the Emperor, you know, that's Aries energy. It's the beginning of spring. So maybe this all happened around like the beginning of spring, because it doesn't feel like a situation that was like super long term, like you had just kind of started getting into it. But I mean, it could have been anywhere from like a month to a year maybe. But I'm just hearing it's like better to get out now. But anyway, it's like that beginning of spring thing. Maybe that's when things started to kind of like become clear to you. And the Emperor, you know, he represents the masculine energy. So it's like that solar and then the heart, the solar and the heart. Okay, paired with the Ten of Pentacles, the Emperor with the Ten of Pentacles. If you're the feminine energy, like, and it doesn't have to be like a woman and a man. It's just like, Luna, you gotta stop, honey. Stop. It's not like a woman and a man. It can be same-sex relationships, but it's still like somebody's more in masculine and somebody is more in feminine. So anyway, I feel like whoever is the more masculine energy, they have been trying to manifest this Ten of Pentacles, because it's almost like he's like looking up at it and he's like dreaming of it and he's desiring it. They even kind of look similar, and this is like two different decks from two different people, but like I feel like the guy in this picture is just like a more mature version of this guy. Don't mind my nails, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, it's almost like he's like looking up at it, desiring it. Oh, you know what? Looking at it this way, like when it's directly under the Ten of Pentacles, he's looking up at this Chariot card. It's like, which way is my feminine gonna go? Which way is that feminine energy going to go? And it's almost like they're waiting for you to make your decision. And even if you don't know who this is, like whoever, like say you're single or whatever, and this is your future partner, it's like you don't even have to know who this person is. They can just be wishing like for their person, right? To start moving in their direction. And that's maybe why you're called to take such a sharp right. Okay. Let's get some advice for you. What's the advice for Sagittarius regarding this reading? What is the advice for Sagittarius regarding this reading? What is the advice for Sagittarius, please? Okay. We have Eight of Cups, Eight of Water, Valerian, which I don't know what the herb valerian is, but like I know like Valerian steel, it's like supposed to be this strongest steel. I don't know if that's just like in fantasy novels or if it's like a real thing, but yeah. And then you have the Five of Earth, which is slippery elm. Okay. I'm going to read these to you. We go to Eight of Water, Valerian. Seek the depths of rest. Sleep is the best meditation, said the Dalai Lama. Relax, recover, recuperate. So yeah, it's like, it's almost like your next step after you exit the situation. It's like you take that hard right, and then you just need to find like a hotel, right? You just need to kind of like chill for a bit. And I do get the sense that some of you could be in that energy because like already, because earlier I was getting the sense that you were really like separate, you were secluded. But yeah, it's like you just need to give yourself that time to process what just happened, right? But you don't want to stay there forever or too long. Okay, so exhaustion makes the simplest things feel insurmountable. You may be overextended and weary. Do you need to step away from commitments? Invite time for retreat, like a calming energy of the sanctuary. Pull back from it all. Be still and recuperate. Valerian is a valuable tea for those who struggle to rest and relax. If a lack of control over the situation has led to constant anxiety, invite sleep and consult the dream time. So you could be feeling really like anxious and worked up because of like whatever light was shown on the situation. It's jarring. Like, I'm not saying like it does. Oh, look at this. The light shown on the situation. It's almost like someone got exposed, because that's like fox energy to me, because it is like an orangey red color, and like fox can mean like sly and sneaky and whatnot. So it's like some light got shown on a situation, and it showed like the shadowy aspect of a person or thing or like commitment that you were in. It showed a shadowy aspect of it, and it really, like, I feel like it really jarred you and it made you anxious. Like, it's almost like the realization that you had made you feel anxious because, you know, you had talked it up so much. Whatever this was, it was like you had talked it up. If a lack of control over the situation has led to constant anxiety, invite sleep and consult the dream time. Valerian is a pungent medicine. Slowing down may not be a pleasant experience at first, but is the only way to become strong again. Yes. Yeah, you got to kind of go in to be able to flourish. Like, you know, it's like when you think about the state of trees, right? Because we have this Emperor card, which represents Aries energy. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's the beginning of things coming back to life, right? And with the springtime, right? And but when you think about it, the trees, they have to go into hibernation. They have to shed their leaves. They have to kind of shut down in winter in order to bloom again. Like, it's part of the process. You're needing to kind of like take a rest period. Just make sure that you're not abusing it, right? Like, you need to kind of take the rest and then move forward. You know, make a decision with this Chariot card in the middle. Okay, so crafting with the aid of water. Drink valerian tea for deep, restful sleep. Carry valerian root in a magic vial to settle anxiety. Create time for a personal retreat. Even a staycation can be rejuvenating. Okay, now 5 of Earth. Slippery elm. Soothe the pain of those in need. Even the wounded can heal. You have the skills it takes to survive any crisis. Okay, so what this is telling me is like whatever you're learning from this situation, not only are you going to carry it forward in your own life as like a lesson learned, but it's also a lesson you can teach others. Like, this was my experience. This is how I experienced this. This is what happened and how I got through it, and it will help others. Maybe even this other person that's like coming into your life, because I really feel like there's another person, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be like a romantic relationship if you're already committed or whatever, and that's not the issue here. It can also just be like a best friend, someone who completes your life, or not completes it, but it just adds to it, right? I just saw this thing in my head. I don't know where, it was just an image I saw on the internet, and it said, you haven't met all the people you are going to love yet, or all the people who are going to love you, or something like that. And that's so true. It's like, there's so many people that come in and out of our lives, so many jobs, so many situations that come in and out of our lives, like as need be, and they bring what they're supposed to bring. Like, say this is a relationship that you're trying to, like, that the light got shown on, and like that person came into your life for a very specific need and reason, even if it was short-lived, and you're kind of like embarrassed because you were like so excited about it or something, and it just didn't end up working out. It was there for a reason. It happened for a reason. It taught you things that you really, really needed to know. Okay. Oh, I gotta finish up because this is getting long. Okay. Economic and physical hardship may cause stress. Setbacks can take you by surprise and reduce vitality. Alienation from your support system compounds the issue. Yeah, so I definitely feel like you could be in or on the tail end of this solitary energy that I was feeling for you. Like, I feel like you're getting like kind of like ramping up to come out of it. While slippery elm is a valued botanical, for the first few years of life, the bark provides medicine for inflammation and materials for baskets. Its health is threatened by Dutch elm disease. All trees eventually become susceptible by Dutch elm disease. All trees eventually become susceptible. Oh, that's weird. I just read the same line twice. That never happens to me. All trees eventually become susceptible. Slippery elm teaches that even in hard times, we have access to our resources if we do not lose faith. You have the skills. Yeah, because it's like that 10 of Pentacles. It's like, it's there. It's there. You just need to kind of like choose that hard right. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can hear it. It's a car alarm going off. You have the skills to protect what remains and make it through this crisis. Create a warm and comforting place to hole up while your situation improves, which you are doing. I really do feel like that. So crafting with the 5 of Earth. Take slippery elm lozenges to soothe a stomach upset by worry and stress. So the valerian and the slippery elm are both like soothers of that anxiety. Honor the gifts of slippery elm. Support United Plant Savers' efforts to protect this plant. Take a wild skills class and learn to make containers for slippery elm bark. So yeah, Sagittarius, this has been your reading. I hope it was helpful. If it was, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. I thank any of you for being present today. Any of your guides that are present, any of my guides that are present from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.